So the University of Chicago Library has been for a long time a leader in developing comprehensive and very exciting collections for research. And so the inspiration for UChicagoNode really came from the idea saying that we want, for the first time in the existence of this library, give our users the opportunity to look through all the digital content that we can make available and to access and experience all of that instead having to find their way between dozens of websites and platforms to get to the content that they want to see. We want to set standards and example of how you can make library collections most useful to the largest number of people, helping the university to have a much broader impact with its research by making it globally available, but also showing some leadership into how we approach this project.
What makes UChicagoNode unique is that we're bringing together many different types of collections. Instead of individualized approaches, we're leveraging all of those and bringing them together into one big portal that can be used in many different ways. You can search for particular items that you might be interested in or certain topics that you might be interested in. You can do both a general browse, but then you can also look very specifically to topics that interest you. An example would be you can search for Chicago Fire or the Great Chicago Fire, and you'll get all sorts of maps depicting the fire and the devastation that happened as a result of it. We did a process called georeferencing. So you're able to see where these maps overlay current or modern geography. And so it's really a useful tool for both teaching and for research.
The mission of a library to preserve and curate and catalog information dovetails beautifully with the new innovative technologies that UChicagoNode is providing. It will permit computational analysis using AI, using these very sophisticated new software techniques. These computational tools will allow the assembling of the information and analysis of this very large body of information to find patterns in an automated way, freeing up the scholar to make sense of this fascinating cultural material.
We've worked on UChicagoNode for approximately 3 years, but depending on how you look at it, you could also say we've been working on this for 3 decades because so much work went into digitizing the collections. But this is really only a start. We envisage this will grow to several 100,000 files and to a collection that will be petabyte scale in terms of the amount of data.
First collections that we have in the UChicagoNode project are the Middle East Photographic Archive, the Bengali Song Project, the Guerrilla Television Network, Social Scientists Map Chicago, and the Mapping Chicagoland Project. These collections were really developed in concert with the research programs on campus, and so they're going to be a immense impact on the future growth going forward of those research programs. There's something there for everyone, whether you are a researcher or you're just someone who is interested in the history of our institution, of Chicago, or really the world.
We want the general public to be excited about the advances we're making in our understanding of history and of the world and of where we came from and where we're going. And the more people who are aware of the kinds of information that feed into these ideas that we're presenting as scholars, the better.
If you're doing genealogical research, you want to maybe understand more about your ancestors, where and how they lived, or you want to see how Chicago has evolved as a city. You might be interested in urban planning, or you might be thinking about your own neighborhood and how it's shaped and how you want it to be developed. You jump in, explore, see some exciting material, use it in your research, and if you have ideas on what else we could do, let us know, and then you can be part of this journey and help us sort of make this grow and make it more impactful over time.